Hi, folks. Welcome back to the Hoard. Also, welcome to Christmas Eve. For those of you who are going to be out traveling and so forth tomorrow, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I hope all turns out well for your travels. I hope you have a great time with your family. I hope all is good. So let's start out by saying that. Once again, for those of us who are not of the Christian faith, happy holidays. And there's a whole load of folks there who celebrate other religions, so happy holidays to you also. So anyway, you could tell we're on our way to high noon here. You could also tell everything is all steamed up, very humid. So 61.2 degrees Fahrenheit, 16.2 centigrade, 93% humidity. Got the whole cloudy thing going on here, and once again you could just see everything is all wet, right? Very damp out here. A couple of things. First of all, on the mouse front, right? One mouse set off the trap here and got away, and two mice over there joined Airbag Ernie. They're on their way to their next place. So reset those traps over there, and actually reset all three of them. So that's all good. Long list of call-outs. You guys remember this? I put up a video about 2 weeks ago, and that's the exact title of the video. And once again, it went up about 2 weeks ago. To be in the contest, you have to make a comment on that video and be a subscriber. And here's who I have so far: Muzzle Mike, WTBM123, Robert Bard, Adams Channel, 51 Zebra, William Stanton, Dylan Wisdom, Grand Prismatic, Marcel St. Jean, Rex 4x4, Cody Powells, Josh Klein, Redneck Baron, Roger O'Connor, 59 Chevet, the Ghostmaster 87, can't even read my own writing, 231 Flash, George Gardner, Dennis Long, Joseph Costello, Clayton Harper, Marty H, John Strange, You Dizzy, Sims 6699, Ghetto Mariner, Dave 1135, B Mart 0610, Daniel Martin, Tree Hugger, Corey Dunning, Maltz 733, Rev It Up 1965, Caveman 733, Two Stroke Dalton, Rock Ons Gaming, Car 13744, Sean James, Scott Holtzman, James Young, Stony Burt, the Texas Viking, Garage Guy 440, Brian Whitehall, Chad, Rockley, sorry about my penmanship, Tim Gidwin, A Decade Wasted 22, cool name there, Brick Opolis 2016, Jordan Bell, Joseph Kraus, Chuck Stevens, Rob's Pack and Shine, Jordan Bell, MW594, Rusty Glove Box, my man Calvin, James Anima, and Matthew Kowalski. And that's it. Looks like we have 58 players, right? I think I got all you. Yeah, I think I got everybody. So I have 58 players. If I didn't read your name, currently you're not entered. Call out for some people who didn't enter the contest, but I actually spend quite a bit of time on their sites. Musty One, guy's great, does some amazing fab work, fixes stuff really reasonable. He's not out buying crap all the time. He figures it out and fixes it for what he has on hand. VWDarrin, he's a man who's taken a lot of punches and gets up and keeps fighting. You gotta love somebody like that. He fixes cars down in Florida. A lot of times I'm jealous of his weather. Wallie, Wallie's had some family stuff lately, but he's back as a fighting man. So gotta love him. Wildeyednorthernboy, he's actually the guy who got me started on this whole YouTube thing. You know, Tommy Shoe, I gotta respect him. He fields things very intensely. So you know, he has a tendency to get right down to the point. One's got to love Tommy Shoe. So those are guys, unfortunately, who didn't jump into the contest, but there were people who I watch their stuff regularly, and they're good people to be subscribed to. So don't forget the contest. Thanks to everybody who's playing, and once again, good luck. I hope you all win. In the meantime, remember, folks, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and I hope God continues to grant His abundance and good health and everything to everyone and everyone you all care about. Trying to get my act together with tools, you know, SAE, metric, different sockets, trying to figure out things, what I like, what I don't like. Certain tools have worked well for me. This is a Harbor Freight 1/4 inch 3/8. That has worked out well for me. These things here actually came from Kmart. And what it is, it's a screwdriver, but it comes up to a 1/4 inch, so you can put that right on it, and once you break it loose, just turn it out like a screwdriver. Stuff like that has worked well for me, so I share that with you. I'm trying to get my act together with these toolboxes so that I don't spend half my day looking for stuff. I spend way too much time walking around looking for stuff. My problem with this toolbox and the other one is that the lid closes, and then once the lid closes, the doors lock, and then I have a tendency to put crap on top of it, and then I can't get to any of my stuff. So I'm almost considering putting a cage around it so that I can open and close the top, and whatever I decide to put on top will be on top, not blocking my ability to open it. And I'm thinking about doing that to both toolboxes because I just keep putting crap on top and I keep screwing myself up. So just an editorial comment. Over here, you know, one of my subscribers, I forgot the individual's name. He's working on getting a TRX 250 running, the one with the 2 CDIs in it. So anyway, he suggested putting a vise in the floor, which has an amazing does an amazing thing for you. If you concrete an anchor to the floor, a really solid base, you bolt the vise to it, then you could do stuff like bend pipe and metal, and I mean you could really you know, put some chutzpah into it. You can really throw some weight on it. Huge plus. Minus, now you got a vise with a post concreted into the floor, and where do you put it such that every time you walk by it doesn't grab a piece of your body, or it's not in the way, you know, running into it with the quads and all that. So, and the best place to put something like that really would be way out in the open, right in the center, where you could get to it from all angles and dance around it. That's the best place for it, because then you can put the most leverage on it. If you have to put a pipe on something, you have plenty of space, you know, up, down, and all around. So that's really the best place to put it, but it's also the worst place to put it because it's the most in the way. The second thing one could do is set up the mounts on the floor such that you can unbolt it and remove it. But then, it probably won't be as strong, though that could be worked on. One could work on how strong you've set it up on the bolting and unbolting. But, B, if you make it nice and strong, chances are it's heavy, and unbolting it and moving it around becomes difficult. I'm trying to move away from that. I currently I can still pick things up and put them down and all that, but my buddy Jason, since he got that herniated disc, I didn't get the herniated disc, but I'm going to take it as a warning, right? I don't need to herniate my disc to realize that it's not a good idea after seeing the amount of pain he's currently in. By the way, he had the surgery. He's home and he seems to be doing okay. So, thank you for your prayers. That seems to have worked out well. He's good. My other buddy who lost his wife, I haven't had a. Well, quite honestly, I haven't found it a right time to call him between the holidays and everything else. We were more acquaintances than friends, and quite honestly, I don't want to interrupt his life. I don't want him to think, why is this guy calling me? I barely know him. But still, probably I should send him a card and just say that, you're in my prayers, bud. If you need anything, call me. I don't know. If I had lost my spouse, I think I'd want some time by myself to think about it before I really wanted to talk to everybody and tell everybody how crappy I'm feeling about it. That's just me. I don't know. These things are always hard to deal with. One's never quite sure. I mean, when you walk around here, literally everything is wet with dampness. I got the dehumidifier running in the basement, trying to keep everything from rusting away. What else do I have to tell you about? I already wished you all good Christmas wishes and all. I guess one other thing. Roger O'Connor, and I see Musty One has one and all. They have these air benches, which really saves a lot of wear and tear on you. I set up this bench, and I gotta click this up a little bit. My poor buddy 231. If he doesn't have a sandwich in front of him, he's probably jumping up and down. This is getting to be a long video. Anyway, I have set up benches to work on like this, and it really comes in handy because you don't have to bend over, right? I mean, you just put your hand down and you're touching whatever you touch. You don't have to, kneel to the floor. Oh, God. And start fooling around with things and then get back up when you forget to bring a wrench and go get it, right? How many times could you do that before you say, man, I'm tired. Why don't I go have a sandwich and take a nap? You know us old guys. So, these things are real handy. I've had my eye out for an air table for a while, and I just cannot seem to get a deal on one. I have looked at mid lifts or half lifts or whatever you want to call them, ones that lift up about 4 feet. They're hydraulic. What they're good for is changing tires on a car or setting up or doing brakes on a car or oil changes, any of that kind of stuff. Really excellent for. But you're looking at a couple of grand, couple of $1,000 to buy one new. And it seems that even if I look them up used, it seems like they're not $2,000, but they're the major part of $2,000 even. So that kind of has me like pricing myself a bit out of the market. The other thing I was doing is perhaps setting up, I don't know, a box basically on 2x6 high. And I think if it's that high, I can roll the Harbor Freight hydraulic table underneath it, and setting up a pad, something like this, then using the hydraulic table to lift it up to whatever height I want to work on it at. And then the cart would be mobile. The platform on top of the cart would be mobile. And if I didn't want to use it, I can just kind of stand the platform up and lean it up against like that Easy Go over there and roll the table out of the way. So that that air table gig, that seems to be a real good idea. I know it make working on the snow blowers easier, the tractors, it make life with everything easier. I started to set up a cable driven one. Sorry about the wind. And the body of it is over here. I kind of shut that down for a couple of reasons. Reason one is it seemed to be a big monstrosity that was continuously in the way. And reason two, I really didn't want to donate my fingers, wrists, or toes to stupidity. So here it sits. For now, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with it. I guess we're going on a Christmas Eve walk around the Hoard. If it were colder, it would probably be snowing, which has problems to it because one would be dealing with the snow. So I don't have to fight the snow. I got no snow on the ground. But with this wet ground, I mean, the ground is soft, which makes it hard to move things about, and even being out on the bikes and all, I really don't want to make a huge mess, because eventually I'm figuring the ground will freeze, and if you put big nasty ruts in the ground and they freeze, it doesn't make for good riding in the future. Also, I'm always a little bit careful, particularly around the holidays, just in case the doctor who actually owns the land comes up to visit his land on the holidays, and just what he needs to do, see me go screaming by on a three-wheeler with no helmet on, I could picture he would hire some people to very quickly perhaps put up some no trespassing signs and a fence and all, figuring that the moron riding around on a three-wheeler with no helmet is going to get hurt on his property, and he's going to have a lawsuit, right? So not necessarily knowing that it's his neighbor, but just knowing it as a risk. Well, folks, 18 minutes. Sorry about that. 231. Folks, I want you all to keep your feet down, keep your head up. Remember, keep your tires down and keep your helmet up. Remember to get out there and enjoy all your days. And once again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and may God continue to take care of all of us and keep us all moving forward. Bye now.